My friends, आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं. Today we are going to talk about why analysis. We'll be talking in detail about this process. Let me tell you, Indian and Japanese engineers are quite obsessed with why analysis. They feel why analysis is the only tool to get root causes. Definitely no. Let me tell you, there are at least 20 tools there to get to the root causes. Please refer to the book by ASQ, American Society for Quality. Title is Root Cause Analysis. There's one more book by Matthew Borslow, Root Cause Analysis. These two are definitely good books. Please try to follow them. So, since I keep receiving many questions and requests about why analysis, how to do why analysis in a proper manner, okay, so let me explain how we are going to do it. Yeah? But before that, as I told you in my previous video, a root cause has to have 3 qualifications. First, before I go into why analysis, yeah, it must be relevant to the problem. If the root cause is not relevant to the problem, that's not a root cause. Second, it must be controllable. If it's not controllable, then it's not a root cause. Yeah? That means controllable step of a process. Third, it must be significant. It must have sufficient contribution. Yeah? Okay. Now, let's go into why analysis. Now, why analysis in countries like India and Japan is on 2 legs. Occurrence, detection. But if your client is American, then occurrence, detection and systemic. American client will be insisting on 3. Occurrence, detection and systemic. Yeah? Occurrence. Why did it occur? Second, yeah, detection. Why was it not detected in our factory? Why did the defective piece go to the customer? Yeah? Okay, fine. This technique was invented by Sakichi Toyoda in 1920. Yeah? And let me tell you, you can have 4 whys, you can have 6 whys, 7 whys, but ultimately, you must be able to get the root cause. Right? Okay. This could be more than 5 whys, less than 5 whys. No problem. Don't worry. Stop asking why if your common sense says that you reached controllable step of a process. Policy. All relevant documents related to production are policy. Person. Concerned person. Operator. Supervisor. Why did the operator make a mistake? Was he tired? Was there lack of training? Yeah. Was there a tooling fault? Yeah. Operator didn't have sufficient tooling? Was there any distraction? Like that. Yeah. So if you get 3 P's, yeah, process, that means controllable step of a process. Policy. Documents are not sufficiently clear. Yeah. Person, operator or even supervisor. Yeah. Okay, let me tell you, this tool is purely empirical. There is no mathematics in this why analysis process. Now, let me take you through why. Few examples. Example number 1, look at this example. Yeah? There is a flat tire, punctured tire. Why? Nails on the garage floor. Why? Carton of nails on the shelf split open, it got opened up. Why? Carton got wet. Okay. Why? Rain through hole in garage floor. Why? Roof tiles are missing. Now look, surely it's a controllable step of a process. I can get the roof tiles repaired. I can ask my civil department to repair the roof tiles. But today the roof tiles are broken from this location. Tomorrow they can break from some other location. What should I do? I ask one more why, and I take it to the documentation. Roof is not a part of daily checklist. So we will amend the checklist. We'll modify the checklist. We'll modify the document so that this problem doesn't repeat again. Let me tell you, it's always safer to stop YY on certain document. Okay. Fine. Let's have one more look. Another YY analysis. Client is refusing to pay for the leaflets. We printed certain leaflets. Client is refusing to pay. Why? Our delivery was late. He couldn't use this material. Why? The job took longer than expected. Fair? Why? We ran out of ink. Why? Ink was used up in urgent big order. Why? I could have stopped it here itself. But if I ask one more why, we do not have effective stock monitoring software. Again, it's a policy related to production. Yeah? If I stop it here, yes, we'll create a software so that we are well aware of the stock situation, so that such problem, such defect, such non-conformity doesn't occur again. Right? Okay. Let's try one more. The machine stopped. Fair. Why? Overload circuit tripped. Why? Pump was seizing up. It was getting jammed. Why? Metal chips damaged the shaft. Why? Chips entered the lubrication system. Why? No filter on inlet pipe. Surely it's a controllable step of a process. I can provide filter over here. The problem will be taken care. But machine has a certain life. Once the machine life is over, we will be procuring another machine. That machine will have the same problem. Why shouldn't we amend the design? Let's modify the design. Yeah? Some design. Let's change the machine design. Yeah? Okay. If we do that, our problem is taken care for future also. Good enough? Now, the examples I gave you, they are all linear YYs. Vertical YYs. Means what? One reply to every Y. One reply to every Y. In real life, this does not happen. In real life, there are multiple answers to a single question. And this type of formatting cannot accommodate that. Yeah? So, this method is not good enough. Normally, for complex problems, for each Y, you will find there will be 2 to 3 answers. There will be 2 to 3 answers. So, this YY system is not good enough. What do we do then? Yeah? We'll come to know. Have a next look. Have a look at the next problem. A bracket is broken from a welded joint. Why? Weak weld joint. Okay? Why? Bracket was not set in position when it was welded. There was a gap. There should have been proper butting. It didn't happen. Why? Welding jig was loose. Okay? Clearly, jig was loose. Why? Jig was worn out. Why? Because jig's lock was made of unhardened steel. Okay? Why? Jig drawing is like that. So, this type of YY, linear YY, has given us one root cause. Now, let's try to explore more. Okay. Bracket was not set in proper position. Why? Because jig was loose. My friend, repeatedly we give instruction to the shop floor people that if there is any fault with the tooling or machine, the operator must immediately highlight it. Now the question, did the operator do it? The answer is no, he did not. That means operator skill level is a question mark. which is not getting highlighted anywhere. Yeah? And at the same time, what is the role of a supervisor? Look, two types of operator ignore the work instruction. Those who are freshers, lack of knowledge, lack of experience. Type 2, those who have got excessive experience, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, they become overconfident. I know everything. They also ignore. Yeah? So, a good supervisor has to have a close look at both these type of people. Clearly, supervisor was also not very careful with these people, and that's why the defectors happened. Okay, Jig was worn out. My friend, Jig was worn out. Any jig, any fixture is not going to wear out all of a sudden. It's a gradual process. That means here, in this organization, in this shop, there are absolutely no system of periodic inspection. Time to time validation, this is not there. Yeah, they are not having it. One more root cause. Yeah, one more root cause. Yes, periodic validation process is not there. Okay, and anyway, jig drawing is the root cause. So, multiple root causes, operator, supervisor, yeah, QMS people, time to time inspection of jigs and drawing. There are 4 root causes. But this vertical YY has given us only 1. That means 3 root causes have not been highlighted. That means problem will be repeating again. Even if I take care of this fact today, yeah, I modified the drawing, I put up a new jig. Tomorrow, because of weak operator, weak supervision, weak QMS, the problem will repeat. I'll give you one more example. Pool of oil on the shop floor. Why? Machine is leaking oil after repairs. Why? Bad gasket was used in maintenance. Why? Because the gaskets were bought in bulk to get the volume discount. Why? Because the purchase person has to report cost reduction. Why? His grades are judged by the amount of cost reduction. Why? Company policy. Now here, we are blaming the company policy. We say it's a root cause. But is this the root cause? Okay, let's have a closer look. Machine is leaking oil after repairs. Can somebody explain me why the machine is leaking oil after repair? That means maintenance was not carried out in an effective manner. That means the person who carried out the maintenance activity was not competent. That's not been highlighted. That's a root cause, but not been highlighted. Okay, fine, pool of oil on the shop floor. Operator is running the machine. He's not doing anything about this. You go and check up, Mr. Operator, your machine is leaking oil. Sir, my job is to produce the components. I'm not here to control the oil. That means the operator is not aware about this duty. Yeah? He's not fully competent. He's not been fully trained. Yeah? But is not getting highlighted anywhere. Okay. Gaskets were bought in bulk to get the volume discount. Okay. All gaskets, except metallic gaskets, have a limited shelf life. So, if the supplier is giving me volume discount, as a responsible purchase person, yeah, I should not be procuring excess quantities, because there are certain maintenance spares like V-belts, gaskets, they have a limited shelf life. If I procure them in bulk, they'll get damaged. Aging effect comes, they develop cracks. They become hard. Why should I buy them in bulk? That means purchase person experiences also root cause. Or maybe policy is not sufficiently clear that all those things where the issue of shelf life is there, yeah, all those things should never be bought in bulk. And definitely policy. So here we see multiple root causes once again. Maintenance person's skill has not been highlighted. That's the root cause, but it's missing over here. Operator skill level, not been highlighted. Lack of supervision, not been highlighted. We are blaming only policy. 3 more root causes are there, but they are not getting highlighted. What should I do now? How do I carry out why analysis in effective manner? My friends, I very strongly recommend you must carry out why analysis in Microsoft Excel. Why? It's very easy to insert columns and rows in Excel. It's very easy to insert columns and rows. It's very easy to delete columns and rows. Please use Excel. Yeah? Create multiple columns. If some y is having more than one answer, insert row. Go on doing it. Yeah? And you will find why analysis like this. But one word of caution. Please do not share this why with your customer, because lack of training of operator, lack of training of maintenance person, all these will get highlighted to the customer, and your customer is not going to take it very lightly. Please don't create difficulties for yourself. You have to submit why analysis to your customer, submit that linear format. The previous ones. Do not share this Excel activity with the customer. Never, never, never. This is for your internal consumption, this is for your internal action. Yeah? So, do why analysis in Excel format and upgrade your quality level. Thank you.